We made this brand $239,000 in just 30 days. We made this company $279,000 in email revenue, and we made this brand $91,000 in 30 days. This is just 3 out of the 140 e-commerce brands we have helped scale with our email marketing strategies. And today, I'm going to show you the exact AI email campaign strategy we use for all of our clients to drive an extra 20 to 50% email revenue every single month, and how you can implement it into your business to start having AI run your email marketing for you. Now let's get into it. All right, so before we jump into the actual strategy, let me explain why your email campaigns are not converting. So I personally talked to over 300 brand owners in 2025, and it's most likely that you just don't have the time for email marketing, or you just don't want to learn email marketing. And it just makes sense because you're too busy running the rest of your business. And then when you do actually make the effort, it's only when you have some type of new sale or some type of new product launch. So if you think about it, your email list only hears from you when you have like a, hey, buy this now, here's 20% off. You're very transactional with your emails and just want their money, and you wonder why your open rates are in the toilet and your campaigns are not converting. The problem is you're treating your email list like a piggy bank when you should be treating it like a relationship. You have to realize that there are other people getting these emails on the other side, and you can't just show up, give people a discount, and expect people to care. You need to be consistent in sharing value, trying to build that trust and staying top of mind with your actual email subscribers. For example, on your social media, you're not just going to be posting, 25% off, 30% off, buy 2 get 1 free deals. You're going to be sharing a lot more of how-tos, value-based, how this product is going to help you with X, Y, and Z pain point. You need to treat your email list the exact same way, but 90% of e-commerce brands don't do that simply because it's just a lot of work. So let me show you the exact way we structure our email campaign calendars to share proper value to our email list and generate a lot of revenue. And then on top of that, how we actually use AI to build it out for us, so we cut our workload in half. So we send anywhere between 10 to 16 email campaigns per month for each of our clients. 20% of those emails are going to be sales or promotions, and the other 80% are going to be value-based content. Now you may think that these numbers should be switched up, but that's where most brands mess up. If you only send promo emails, once again, your list starts to just tune you out and they stop buying. But if you send more value-based emails that you share how your product can actually help them, get them closer to their goals, that's what keeps your list engaged, builds that trust, and actually gets people to convert. And then when you do launch that sale after you've already shared so much value, you'll see a lot more people actually converting because of the value you're actually sharing. Now, it's hard to come up with email topics every single month, so let me show you the way we use AI to strategize these email campaigns to make your life a lot easier. So what I'm about to show you is the exact process to coming up with a calendar similar like this. We did this for one of our clients last year in the month of June, and going into June, we just knew what we're going to send, who we're going to send it out to. Now, before I dive into how we actually use AI for our email strategy, I know what you're probably thinking, that this is just a lot to send out just a few emails to your list, from having to research all your pain points to building out your calendar and having to write and design all of your emails. And yeah, you are right. It is a lot of work to achieve results like this that we have been getting for all of our clients. You have to be able to put in that type of effort, which is why we offer a full done for you service where we handle this completely done for you. So you don't have to worry about it at all, and you can go back to running your business. We'll build your entire campaign strategy, write all of your emails, set up your segmentation, handle the design, and essentially manage everything on your email side so you don't have to worry about it anymore. We have done this for over 140 e-commerce businesses, and honestly, it's one of the highest ROI services that we could offer for e-commerce brands. If you want us to handle this for you, click the first link in the description to book a call. And now let's dive into how we could use AI to build out your email strategy for your business. All right, so before we dive into the actual ChatGPT side and all the prompts that we use, I need you to answer these 6 questions describing more about your business, why your service or product is unique, what are your best performing products, who is your ideal customer, what are the struggles, the challenges, and the pain points that your customer is facing that is actually solved by your product, and what is the overall tone of voice of your brand. This is going to help us when we're actually using AI to build out, not necessarily, we don't want generic email campaigns built out by AI. We want to be able to have stuff that is tailored to your business, and the only way we could do that is actually by giving context to the AI, which is why I have all of our clients fill out our onboarding form, which have these 6 questions on there. But for the sake of this video, just go ahead, answer these questions, and then we could go into how we use this into ChatGPT. So right here, this is the prompt that we want to use. It's basically saying, I want you to act as a highly sophisticated email marketing strategist. Your job will be to come up with my brand guidelines, email topics, all that sort of stuff. We're talking about doing 80% value, 20% sales or promo. And then we actually want to highlight what is a value-based email, because it's not going to know. We want to highlight pain points, create real life examples that resonate with our audience, and sharing our social proof. The 3 main segments we are using, which I'll dive in a little bit more into this video. And then essentially at the very bottom here, you just want to insert those 6 questions and the answers to them as well. So let me just go ahead and copy this, and I'm just going to use this example for one of our clients for this video right here. So right here, now that I'm inside of ChatGPT, I'm just going to copy this, going to add in our basically example for this video right here. put that paste in right there. And then essentially all I'm going to do is press enter. And now this is going to come up with a bunch of email topics for our brand. So the AI is coming up with a bunch of different topics right now, but just to give you a little context about this brand, this is a peptide company mainly for people who go to the gym, who want to be a little bit more data driven when they're actually going to the gym rather than just going off of their weight. These guys sell a bunch of lab tests and a bunch of different peptides to help people inside of the gym. So let's see what it actually came up with. So here are the value-based emails. So it's basically saying like your training isn't the problem, your data is. That's going to be a really good value-based email for our list. Most doctors don't understand performance. That's another huge angle that they have for their business as well. What happens when you optimize hormones without gatekeepers? As you can see, all of these email campaigns are not really selling the product in any way. All we're doing is we're actually just keeping essentially our target market and our ideal customer in mind and trying to help them with their goals. So we're basically saying like fast isn't reckless, it's efficient. The 3 markers every lifter should know. Essentially, we're just trying to give them more tips, trying to educate them a little bit more. And then from there, we try and plug in our product. So what I'm going to do now is like essentially take these email topics, fine tune them and optimize them and tweak them just a little bit, and then start adding in products for all of our writers to start basically essentially promoting inside of these emails from what I see best fit. And if I go to the very bottom here, we could see that these are the sales and promotion emails. So like stop guessing, start seeing, 10% off inside. You don't need another console, you need access. So 10% off for lapsed customers actually. And then as you can see, like the AI just did this all in basically less than 5 minutes for us. So this is the easiest way. Now, this is exactly how we build out calendars just like this for our clients. This was back in June of last year, but we essentially used this exact method. We took all of those questions about their brand with that one prompt, and we came up with an entire email calendar for the entire month. So we knew that on June 5th, we're going to send out an email about our Lion's Mane product to our Engage 90 list. On the 10th here, we knew that we're going to talk about our coffee that helps you save money and actually taste good. We have the entire month kind of planned out for us here to be able to understand that, okay, this is exactly what we're going to send out, and it's going to help us be a lot more consistent with our email campaign sending. And this entire process shouldn't take you more than an hour to actually plan out your entire content. And then on top of that, what you can do is start feeding this AI a lot more kind of topics and copy that you have written for your business, so it can start actually writing copy for you as well, simply because you don't need to have so many design-based emails. Just start sending plain text emails with these email topics, and you'll start to see a lot more conversions coming in from your email marketing. So now that you know how to use AI for your actual email campaign strategy, I want to dive real quick into actually coming up with tailored and personalized emails based on where your customers are at in their customer journey. And this all comes down to segmentation. So 80% of the emails that we actually send out to go to our engage list. These are people who have opened, clicked, purchased, started checkout, added a cart, basically anybody who has engaged with your emails or your website in the last 120 or 180 days. We want to be able to send out majority of our emails to these people simply because that they are the most engaged with our business. And we always see the highest ROI when it comes to this segment, simply because they are already engaged, they're already opening your emails, they're already going to your site, and they're already pretty much in market and ready to buy. So if we're sending around like 12 emails per month, about 9 of those are going to go to this segment. Now the other 20% is actually split between 2 other segments. So we send about 1 to 2 emails per month to lapsed customers. These are people who haven't purchased in a while or haven't engaged with your emails in months. We're sending 1 to 2 emails per month, and they're usually some type of win back email campaign or like some type of sale to get these people back into your business, back into the ecosystem, and get them to purchase again on your site. And the final 10% that we send out to is always going to be our new subscribers. So these are people who just joined your list in the last 30 days. We're sending them 1 to 2 emails per month, and these are more about building trust, showing social proof, and introducing them to the brand. And overall, you want to send about 2 to 3 email campaigns per week to your list, and these can all be sent out to your engage list, or maybe 1 to your engage list and 1 to the other new subscribers or lapsed customers. When it comes to your email marketing, you don't want to just blast out generic email campaigns to every single person. You want to have some type of segmentation in place to be able to kind of personalize and tailor the emails to where they're at in the journey. Because if somebody bought yesterday, they shouldn't be getting an email saying, hey, come back and purchase again. It just doesn't make any sense. And that's the exact system we use to build a high converting email campaign strategy for all of our clients to be able to achieve an extra 20 to 50% of their overall revenue coming in from our email marketing. It's very, very simple. Once again, you just want to send out value-based emails to your email list, sharing the right content to them, using AI to actually just cut your workload in half just so you don't have to sit there and ideate everything, and then making sure that you're segmenting out and sending to those 3 main buckets. You could go a lot more deeper into segmentation, but for the main 3, you want to keep it to engage 120, lapsed customers, and then your new subscribers. Now, if you want to see how we set up the flows that work alongside these campaigns to generate even more revenue, check out this video where I talk about the complete 22 email flow system that we build out for every single one of our clients. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you there.